know this one hurts, Coach. It started out so well with BI on
Mm-hmm.
that tear for 14 points in the first quarter. How did they adjust? What did they do to start shutting you down and making things tough in the paint?
They just beat us to a lot of the hustle stats, getting out in transition on us, second chance opportunities, and then the three ball. In their half court offense, they play fast. They cut, they move, they set screens, they come off, and guys are open because we're in rotation. So it's not a great game for us, and we got to bounce back quick and get ready for tomorrow.
When they're doubling, sometimes tripling BI, is there more that can be done to spring him free, or is that just to be expected with the way he's been playing and other guys have to use that opportunity to make shots?
Yeah, we expected it, but at the same time, we got to make sound passes, and then guys have to get to space so that he can make the right plays. And it was just jumbled up a bit today.
Kings were able to double-digit offensive rebounds. How big, I guess, was that part of the game, them rebounding some of their misses?
I'm sure it was. These long shots, long rebounds, it's something that we continue to work on. And there was a few plays where we had opportunities to come up with rebounds and cut the lead to single digits, and we just didn't make enough of those plays.
Yeah, and to your point about, the Kings half-court offense, just Sabonis and a lot of movement and shooting around him. What makes that so difficult to try to stop?
Well, like you said, he's an all-star. He's a guy that when he touches the ball, he becomes the point guard. So now you have to guard him and his ability to attack the basket. But then he's making a ton of plays, DHOs. They're cutting, you're helping on cuts, and now he's swinging it to the corner based on the fact that we're in rotation and they got shooters spaced all over the floor.
Yeah, and a bunch of those big games with BI, he had 0-1 turnovers. Tonight he had 7.
Yeah.
How much of that was just them with their defense? How much of that was you guys just need to be better with passing, with cutting, and all that kind of stuff?
It's a combination. Give them the credit. They lost a tough game on their home floor to San Antonio. We knew that they were going to come in with the mindset that they have to get one, and they did what they needed to do to win tonight. And this is a game where we just have to be better. There's no excuses. Same thing I told our guys. We've worked extremely hard over the last 7-8 games, what have you, to put ourselves in a position to have a longer season, and we can't have games like this.
Yeah, and it's nothing new for you guys to be in a game where you don't take a ton of three-pointers. Are there going to be times where the three-point gap is going to be that? But what do you have to do to kind of make that up, on this type of night?
Yeah, we have to continue to trust each other, which we've been doing. But 17-7, that's a big deficit, and 23-42, we got to get that number higher. So we got to trust each other, continue to make the right plays over and over again, and guys got to be ready to shoot it. All right, thank you.
You've been tough by all the years.
Guys cooled down a little bit on offense tonight. Just what did you see overall on that end?
Played to our tendencies a lot, and they played well. They played well defensively tonight. We didn't move with a lot of pace. They threw a lot of different looks at us, and just got to figure those out.
Yeah, I mean they're leading the league in offensive efficiency, and your offense has just boomed. What did they do well on that end? What makes them difficult to stop?
I mean, they have shooters all across the floor. You have to worry about every single person on the floor, and then they have a guard that is quick as lightning and can score the ball. So it's tough. They put you in help situations, and they're making you pay when they're kicking out the shooters and they're hitting. It's gonna be a tough night when they're hitting those shots.
Yeah, relatively slow night for BI and CJ. What do you think they were doing just to make life difficult on both of those guys?
Just sending different looks, really, and that's really what it is. That's what it boils down to. Teams were sending doubles, and after that, we just got to make plays out of that.
And just the 3-point gap, what do you think y'all have to do just to do a better job of just closing that up and not allowing the team to outscore you by that much from the 3-point line?
It's tough to really put a finger on it. You just got to find different ways, get creative, be really random with your offensive game plan. Because when, the team knows what you're doing, they're able to script it. Guys are too good to just let you do what you want to do. And that's why I got to be more random. And, finding different ways to get more threes up.
And how big a factor was just their pace, the way they were able to get up and down on offense and just able to create looks that way?
Huge factor. I mean, that's part of their defense, in all honesty. Teams that have such a potent offense, you have to worry about them, in transition. So you're not able to, offensive rebound and do things of that nature because, you're worried about what they're doing offensively. So, you just got to find ways to figure it out.
I think you said you played to your tendencies as a team. What do you mean by that exactly?
I feel like, a lot of teams are figuring out, the scouting reports out, don't leave me, and, send doubles at BI and CJ and make other people, make plays. And so what we had to do is just, continue to get creative, continue to just figure out different ways to, move the ball. I think our pace was something that was off too, so that's on us as players. We got to have a lot of pace when we're coming out of those corners where we're running different plays and just be locked in because, pace can eliminate a lot of different stuff.
I think by this point in the season, it's not exactly a secret that this isn't the best shooting team in terms of personnel, but how important is it just to still distribute some of those attempts and even guys that might be hesitant to get some of those shots up just to keep shooting, at least to make defenses respect? Yeah,
I mean, at the end of the day, all of us, we work really hard. We're professionals at the end of the day. You got to take the open ones just so they can start respecting it or at least, getting more attempts up. That's really all it boils down to. When a team shoots 22 more threes than you do, it's tough to really win that, even if they are missing. They're getting up more attempts and more points on the board.
When it comes to defending a team like that, they obviously run a lot of different actions. They're creative in terms of making threes available. Do y'all sometimes go back to the drawing board and be like, okay, these are some actions that they ran particularly well for some of their guys. Maybe we could steal some of those.
Yeah, definitely. You look at it and you're like, wow, that's a good action to run. I feel like every team, every coach, steals different plays from different teams. And hopefully, we see some of those and we implement them.
Trey, could you or the rest of the team hear them celebrating? I think that's the first time they've clinched the division for 20 years for them.
No.
Can you use maybe the fact that you lost to somebody that did have an accomplishment as some kind of fuel for tomorrow's game?
Overall, just losing, as fuel. But at the end of the day, we're just trying to win every single game. So no matter if we would have won tonight by 20 or lost by 40, we're going to come out the next night and still try to win the game and, play as hard as we can.
Yep.